Hello everybody, welcome back. Let's play Hearts of Iron 4 Kaiserreich Serbia. Let's continue on from where we last left off. So, still 1938. So we still got about a year until the Second Weltkrieg begins. And we have who knows how long until the Austrians will be at war with the French. Which is a problem because that is definitely one of the prerequisites for us to even think about declaring war on Austria. Is that they need to be fighting a different enemy. Like, just fighting us, they will destroy us. And there's really no question about that. Like, my best hope is that maybe the Republic of Italy will just justify against the SRI and then declare war themselves. And get that whole ball rolling a little bit earlier. But I'm not too sure. So, let's just get some encryption. It's only going to be 69 days. Nothing too long there. This is for our support point, right? Yeah, we're still not actually using it. But we only have 41 in reserve, which is really, like, not a lot. Czech Kingdom has capitulated. Bulgaria is probably going to join the Internationale. It's nice to know that they're not going to be joining up with the Germans, or especially the Austrians, because otherwise, like, a two-front war would be almost impossible to actually win. And I think Japan just declared war on somebody. They did. They declared war on the Philippines. So see how that goes out for them. We don't know what you're doing. Do we know if you are planning on doing the invasions? The answer is no. You've not actually selected the option yet. Italy, so like recently, doesn't seem like they really want to push those claims as much as they used to. Which is a bit of a shame, to be honest. Like, it would be really nice if they would just be more useful for my end goals. But it seems like they are refusing to do that. Which is understandable, but yet it's still very much a shame. Lithuania and the communists ended hostilities. So Germany might end up on a two-front war against the Albanian commune in Lithuania. Lithuania is, like, definitely not going to survive this war. I don't think anybody would be too surprised by that. I mean, Ukraine's also independent, so they're not really going to be doing much. They're actually sending volunteers to Russia against the Soviets. Sure. That makes perfect sense. Why not? They probably sent the volunteers, like, before Khrushchev came to power, and that's why. But I'm not too sure. It's a little bit weird either way. So, let's go for 1938. Might as well keep going down our land doctrine tree. What issues does Illyria have? 9 to 14, 15 to 28. It's just that Austria's actually, like, pretty militarized this time around. Normally, they're not super strong. They've militarized a lot more than usual. Probably because I actually was justifying a war against them. They were very worried about that. So you are going to do special intelligence. And this is like a year from now, right? Well, a little over a year from now. Because then they'd also need to take a certain amount of territory from Germany. And then Austria can intervene. Or again, these two Italies go to war with each other. That also speed up the process. But we don't know if they're going to be doing it. I mean, we have our decryption, so I'm not too sure what we are missing. Like, why we can't look at it right now. And our Air Force is... I mean, why are we making so much support equipment if we don't have units using it? That seems like a big mistake. Census conscription, partial mobilization. Are we at our cap for recruitable population right now? No, we got about 1% more to be cap out. Oh no, now we just got our decryption. Fantastic. 1940 research is going to be a little bit too far ahead of time. 39 industry is also a little bit, I think, too far ahead of time. Let's go for better fighters. You're not doing... I was really hoping that you do the war focus against the Italians, but that's fine. Why do you put all your troops on this border? Romania, do you know something I don't? Oh, because you're nationalized in the oil industry, and that makes the Reichsbank think you're going to go to war with them. And for some reason, you still think that Ukraine is part of that faction, even though they're definitely not. But as soon as they're done that focus, they should shift their troops back to the Hungarian border, the border that actually matters for this. Finland joined the Third Internationale, which might I say the Third Internationale at war with the Russian Republic, which is something that I've never seen before. So yeah, that'll be interesting to say the least. Yeah, no, you're now at war with all of them. And that probably means that all these guys are going to be sending their troops up to Finland. So when the war actually begins between France and Germany, they will have literally nobody on their borders and just get completely crushed by the Germans. Well, you know, we'll see, we'll see. 10% more stability would probably be pretty good. These are just attacking Hungary and like Illyria, just going on war with the Austrians right now. Seems like a terrible idea. So let's get a strong state, that extra 10% stability. There's no dockyards, which is not a huge surprise. We don't have a port. I mean, we could theoretically just attack Albania. Are you guaranteed by anybody? No. And I'm already just fighting a war against you. Oh, I'm better than I even thought. Okay. It's been a few days since I actually last played this campaign. But I think Romania, they can't actually take control of leadership. It's like not actually possible within the Kaiserreich game rules. Tank designer, aircraft designer. Let's at least go for the fighters. Right now, you actually don't have the ability, so I kind of have to like cancel the research. Maybe that fixed it. I'm not too sure. Or I was doing something that actually makes no difference whatsoever, which also might be the case. And our war against Albania will be ready in July, so just about less than a month from now. We got radar detection. Bombers, enemy bombers. Let's just go for the industry techs now. Probably build a radar station like right into Belgrade. Just see if we can get like a little bit more information about what's happening back here. And I'm hoping that Albania just keeps the troops on these borders where they are now. Because that'll allow us to basically just sweep straight into their only two cities and capitulate them probably within 5 days, I would imagine. Which seems pretty useful to me. Let's at least shift our troops around a little bit. Because my plan is essentially... Please let me modify this. My plan is basically attack this guy, and this guy, and have the two horse divisions just rush in. And that will work extremely well. And then we get a small little country with 3 civilian factories. Isn't that just lovely? Expert focus. South African revolt. I was like a chief of Air Force. Probably air superiority, because I don't think we have any close air support even researched, which is possibly an issue, depending on how you look at things. So we got 10 more days until we're ready for this war. I have to imagine that France is sending like most of their troops up to the far north. They might win, like they might just get the event peace deal, but they're fighting against Japan as well. Well, I mean, I'd imagine so. Actually, no, you're not a puppet of Japan anymore, so you might actually just end up dying. Interesting. Okay. And 3 more days. War will be declared. I need to call in Greece immediately as well, but just so this actually, my plan will actually work. Actually, you go here for now. But Costas Belli is ready. Is there anybody else who like? I mean, I would like to declare war on Serbia. It looks like they're going to approach the Soviets for an alliance, which is fine. I don't really think that's going to affect us too much. But it's time to declare war. I'm going to immediately call Greece into the war. And they've immediately doing what I said. Fantastic. So you attack here. You go to this city. You go to that city. And that should more or less be the end. You'll be there in 1 day 8 hours. You'll be there in 1 day 9 hours. So in 2 days, the war might just end. Yes. That was extremely easy. The war has concluded. Albania has attacked us. 10% war support, thank you. I've noticed that the peace conference hasn't fired yet. And yet it has been multiple. There we go. We can either liberate them or occupy them. 30 political power. I mean, it's like 2 civilian factories, 1 military factory. But you might as well liberate them so we can use their manpower a little bit more effectively. Now we can basically just open up here. Division designer from Albania. Who of these are actually any good? The answer is none of them. They're actually all extremely bad. Here's 333. I might as well go for 4, even though they're kind of garbage. I mean, I can actually edit them myself. Fantastic. Please let me edit. So infantry, infantry, infantry. Like, it doesn't matter where they're located, right? I don't think so. Let's train up some Albanian infantry divisions. We have the infantry equipment for it, so it shouldn't be that big of a problem. What are you? You are... Okay, you also have some support artillery with you. Assign you guys here. I mean, we should be good. We have a lot of guns. We have a decent amount of artillery, so we can start training up a decent-sized army now. Modifier government. I just like... What about any of you? Same ideology, monthly opinion modifier is garbage. Give me someone who's actually good. Well, you're all basically bad, huh? I think we want the extra decryption. That is a-okay. Replace you. You're alright. You're not great. Yeah, you're just pure positives. Okay, and I think everybody here is fine. Changing up our cabinet a little bit. Make sure we actually have what we need. And the Ottomans are definitely probably going to win their war. They're going to kill Saudi Arabia, probably Yemen. Egypt, I mean, they're about where they started off with, right? So, we'll see how that goes. I mean, Iran's doing pretty well. The Ottomans could lose. I mean, it doesn't really make a big difference to us, but... You're not part of a faction, so I'm assuming you approached the Soviets, and they said no. Unless I actually didn't join you in one of the factions. I guess it just gives you maybe some support of them. I'm not too sure. Yeah, the Union of Britain has just invaded Russia, so... It's a very strange situation they've gotten themselves up to. Unsurprisingly, Lithuania is dead. The Bosnian Commune still survives in Amsterdam. Barely, but they do. Don't declare war on Serbia yet. That would just be actually suicidal. We do need rubber for some planes, so might as well get some of that going. How much manpower do you have? You have literally 0 manpower. So you don't have enough manpower to actually train up all my troops? The answer is no. You don't have enough manpower for these 3 divisions. You don't even have enough for 2 full divisions, which is just a shame, to be completely honest with us. Germany's taken 3 states. Not a huge surprise. And do I have enough manpower? Like, we should be good, right? Yeah, you got everything you need. You just gotta start training up. Which is lovely. You're for, like, the light armor tanks, right? Yeah, we'll just get rid of you. We're not actually using them whatsoever. The Austrian faction, though, they are still quite strong. Even if Austria only has, like, 12,000 manpower, I'm not too sure how that could possibly be the case. So let's go for better artillery, 218 days. You went, yeah, the peaceful route. And Italy is starting to begin their focus, so they can start taking over more and more territory. And the economy's been defeated. I don't think anybody's really surprised by that. We knew Germany's going to win. It's still called the Botnian economy, but now it's just liberal, market liberal. Okay, now it's just called the Netherlands. Okay, that makes a little bit more sense. So, I mean, are you still part of, like, a puppet state? No, you're an independent, like, you're a completely different state now. So, there's 2 Netherlands, basically. The Dutch and the Dutch in exile. Essentially. Are you also part of the Dutch East Indies? Yes, you are. Will they, like, reunite? Or are they going to be just, like, separate entities from now on? Then you get it. Okay. We'll see. Maybe it could theoretically lead to a Reichspakt Entente war. Not that that really affects me too much. Okay, the British actually do have a port. They have Archangel. So good on them for actually getting something done. Yeah, and you've realized that you're not going to be going to war with this guy. I mean, like a war against Bulgaria. Expanding the Belgrade Pact a little bit more. Again, Greece, do not leave my faction. It's very important that you stay in here. Like, you have what? 25 to 47 divisions. 12, 27, 11. How long would it take to justify a war against you? 175 days is a long time, to be fair. It would be nice to kill you. How many factories do you have? I need like 16 factories. A decent manpower pool, though, which would be very useful for us. And I mean, they'd be easier to kill than Serbia. Or than Austria, I should say. Unfortunately, you know, they didn't have like a war with each other. It would have been nice. I don't think I've seen a Hungarian and Austrian war in a long, long time. So it would have been kind of nice to see that kind of sprout back up. Yeah, it looks like the Iranians are now getting pushed back slightly. Very strange. Just extremely strange. Maybe the Soviets will join the Third Internationale, which will probably make it so that the Austrians will get involved sooner. But you should get all these done and then immediately take the Republic. Don't attack 2 Sicilies. I mean, you could, theoretically. I mean, there's nothing stopping you. But attack Austria so they will not be on my border. That's all I want for Christmas. Is undefended Austrian border. But I do not know if I will ever receive such a gift. Which is sad indeed. I mean, my Air Force has 75 planes in it. It's going to get destroyed immediately. We also got the West Indies Federation here. Will they start an early war with the Third International? I doubt it. Well, I don't know. It's entirely possible. So let's go for... Probably not boats. Boats probably not like the most useful thing at the moment. Heavy tanks still get lost in 1941. And we don't even have our first group deployed on the field, so... 26,000 rifles. How long do we have enough heavy tanks to actually deploy this unit? Still almost an entire year, huh? Because we have 44 out of 120. It's a lot. Man, some weapon factories. Unsurprisingly, Bulgaria is not too happy with our plan of invading Bulgaria. I was cheated out of my first war against you, Bulgaria. No more will I let this stand. So you're going to cover 5 provinces, so I think you're going to be a little bit better. When will this be done? So how expensive are these? 337. The what now? Excuse me? Anyway. Build some military factories down here in Macedonia and Kosovo. What the hell is the Scandinavian Defense Union? Is this the Stockholm Treaty? I've literally never seen him go down that pathway yet. Denmark has also joined it. Interesting. Okay, so that probably means that you are not going to be getting involved in the World Creek at all. 1% of Western Balkans. I mean, I could just probably put all my troops just... Where's their weakest points? Probably my border, honestly. We'll draw a line here. Try to push our way all the way across. I mean, they're probably, like, very well defended. Again, they haven't actually taken any casualties yet, because we did not fight that initial war. But we will get them. Oh! We will get them. What can I spend this point on? Answer is nothing. Like, literally nothing we can spend this political power on, so just ignore this for now. Tactical bombers. There you go. You can have a little bit of tactical bombers. That's fine. Throw that underneath the support equipment. And I think it's going to be a good time to end this episode. So thanks everybody for watching. My name is Anthem. If you've enjoyed, give it a thumbs up. Not enjoyed, thumb down. Once more, subscribe, and goodbye.